Hi, Katie. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Last time I saw you, you had just gotten into medical school.
Yep, over a year ago now.
Oh, that's great. How's that going?
It's going very well.
Super.
Yeah.
So, what brings you in to see me today?
Well, Dr. Goldstein, I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately.
Okay.
Long time to fall asleep and waking up a lot of times throughout the night.
How long does it take you to fall asleep?
Anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours sometimes.
And then you said you wake up in the middle of the night?
Mm-hmm.
How many times might that happen?
3 to 4 times per night.
Okay. And then are you sleeping right through to the morning or waking up early?
My alarm's usually set for about 8 o'clock, but I usually wake up between 6 and 7.
Are you able to fall back asleep or not?
Not when I wake up at that time.
Oh, no. And how long has this been going on for?
It's been going on for about 3 weeks, I would say.
Have you ever had difficulties before with your sleep?
Not like this. I've had 1 or 2 nights here and there like this, but nothing in a pattern.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's been going on with the sleep?
Yeah, I mean, 3 weeks ago I broke up with my boyfriend, so that's been a little bit stressful.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
But I think I've been coping pretty well. It's just I have a lot of stuff on my plate right now. So.
Sure, I imagine between that and then school.
Mm-hmm.
So are you feeling a bit stressed?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm just going to make a note. Okay. So with the sleep difficulties, are you experiencing any other kinds of problems, difficulties?
Just because I'm not sleeping so well at night, I'm finding it hard to stay awake throughout the whole day. I just find myself feeling tired towards the end of the day.
And how's that affecting you?
Well, if we have a long day of class, it's hard to stay concentrated at the very end of the day. It's because I feel so exhausted.
Right. Well, that's certainly understandable. Have you tried anything to help you sleep better?
The one thing that I did try was, I usually have tea after dinner, but I thought that maybe I should try cutting that out, and it did seem to help a little bit. Didn't make it totally go away, though.
Good. Do you have other sources of caffeine in your diet? Coffee, tea, cola, chocolate?
I try and stay away from cola and chocolate, but I do have coffee once in the morning.
Okay, fair enough. What about exercise? Do you exercise?
I try to almost every day.
Good for you.
Usually I do it after school.
Sometimes when people exercise later in the day, it can affect their sleep.
Okay.
On the other hand, have you been doing that all the way along?
Yeah.
And without a problem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can think about that.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you think of that makes the sleeping problem worse?
Sometimes if I'm trying to fall asleep and it's taking me a long time, I start thinking about things and my mind gets really crowded, it feels like. And that can make it even harder to fall asleep.
Right. Do you find that you do something we call ruminating, where you think over and over about the same thing?
Sometimes.
Okay. And any other things you're experiencing? Feeling anxious, fearful, palpitations?
Well, sometimes when I'm having trouble sleeping, I do have some palpitations.
Okay.
I notice my heart beating a little bit faster.
No shortness of breath or chest pain with that?
No.
Okay, fair enough. And so it's the impact has really been for you that it's been hard to concentrate. Has it affected your life in any other way?
No, it's just I need to be able to concentrate through all the lectures because we have an exam coming up. So.
Okay, so I would imagine you're a little concerned about that.
That's right.
Okay. So make a note of that. Alrighty. And any thoughts? Do you have some ideas about what you think might be going on?
I just think that I've had a lot on my plate lately, so all these things are kind of adding up.
Fair enough. Is there anything else that you think I need to know about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just that I've been stressed, and I think that's probably part of the problem with the sleep.
So the stress, school, and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
So how's your mood been with all of that?
It's been fine. I've been trying to spend a lot of time with friends to cope with it.
So you're not sort of withdrawing from normal activities?
No.
Okay. Appetite is okay?
Yeah.
And you're able to enjoy the things that you normally enjoy?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling more sort of blue or sad than you would expect would be appropriate for the breakup?
No, I think I'm dealing with it fairly well considering.
Okay. And what about feeling excessively guilty or thinking about past mistakes you think you maybe made?
No. It had kind of run its course, so
Okay.
it was the right time, I think.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're pretty grounded in terms of that piece. So basically, just to review, you've had trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, and getting up a bit too early for about 3 weeks. It started at the same time as you had this breakup with your relationship. You haven't had previous problems with sleeping difficulties in the past. Perhaps a little tea at night was contributing to the sleep difficulty, so you cut back on that. That's helped a bit, but you haven't really tried anything else. And nothing else obviously seems to be making it worse. Along with sleep issues, you have some trouble with what we call ruminating and a little bit of palpitations, but otherwise you've been doing okay, and you're attributing this really to just the recent breakup and the stresses.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm going to take a minute now and just examine you.
Okay.
So, Katie, I'm just going to make some notes from your exam. I took your blood pressure, and your blood pressure was fine. And despite the palpitations, your heart rate was great. And I did examine your thyroid as well, and it was normal. So that's all good. So my sense here is we're really just dealing with kind of what we call garden variety insomnia. So we can talk about kind of what our next steps are. So with any problem, we can use medication and non-medication management. And then we'll start with non-medication management first. So there's something called sleep hygiene that we can talk about. So sleep hygiene really is about good, healthy sleeping habits, which you probably already have and were working for you, but now not so much. But just to review those, we do like you to reduce or eliminate your caffeine, and if you do have it, to have it earlier in the day.
Okay.
The exercise, sometimes exercising earlier in the day may be less stimulating. Bed, it should be for bed. So we tell people not to watch TV, read, eat, do stimulating things in the bedroom, do those elsewhere, and when it's time to go to sleep, go to bed. If you can't fall asleep within 10, 15 minutes, then get up, get out of bed, go do something else that's kind of mindless. Go play Candy Crush or something on your iPad, whatever it may be. And when you feel sleepy again, then go back to bed and try and fall asleep again.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a little handout that has some other information about sleep hygiene.
Okay, that's great.
Now, the other thing we can talk about is medication. So I think what I'm going to recommend for you is something called Zopiclone. It is a medication used for sleep. It's well tolerated. It tends not to make you sleepy in the morning. It doesn't tend to give you that memory issue that some of the benzodiazepines do. It is not addictive in the short-term usage. If you were to take it for a prolonged period of time, we might run into difficulties, but I do believe it's relatively safe in the couple of weeks that we're going to use it at most. My recommendation would be 5 milligrams at night, an hour before you go to sleep. Watch for this metallic taste in the mouth that it may give you. It's a normal side effect. And use it for 4 or 5 nights. This is to regulate your sleep, get you back on track, and then you can start tapering off.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. And then I think that we should bring you back just to follow up in, say, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you 20 tablets. For now, it should be more than enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? Have all your concerns been addressed today?
They have. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I hope things go well for you in school.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Okay, great. Bye for now.
Bye.